I'm sure Marvel is enjoying their successful Black Panther Wakanda Forever release. It's doing pretty good at the box office. However, it's another really good example of Marvel taking a character and flipping the character from male to female. And I understand that for a minute in the comics, Shuri became the Black Panther, but that didn't last. It's still T'Challa. And this movie should have had T'Challa. Why didn't they have T'Challa? Well, of course, Chadwick Boseman passed away. Very, very sad story. Too soon, to be honest. He was a young man, and it was very tragic. I think he did a really good job with that character, too, by the way. However, they should have recast him. And I think just about everyone's on that page. Most people think that they should have just recast the character. And to be honest, this movie kind of monetized his death. Does it matter if they did it in a respectful way or not? I'm just pointing out what they did. They should have just recast him and dedicated the movie to him. I think that would have been a classy move. But instead, they decided to kill off the character in the MCU and replace him with Shuri, which, of course, lines up something here. MCU, full-on mode. Every Avenger seems to have a female version now. And this is from an outlet that is somewhat mainstream. Not the biggest, but not the smallest either. And they're flat out admitting it and calling it MCU, which is funny because this isn't Nerdrotic or me or RK or anybody else saying this. No, this is Start Facts admitting it. Why are they doing that? Well, because of this heroic Hollywood picture that's been making the rounds, 58,000 likes. It's been making the rounds on social media. And as you can see, all of the original Avengers have female counterparts now in the MCU. You know, Kevin Feige talked about wanting to do a all-female Avengers movie. And I said, how are they going to do that? Where are all the guys going to be? Like, they're just going to ignore the conflict? Are you going to capture them all? Well, no, it looks like they're just going to do it naturally because all of the Avengers minus like one or two of them are going to be women. So I think this is very, very, very bluntly in your face here. But it's funny that you have media outlets admitting it now, but then defending it and saying, well, it's not woke. Are you kidding me? You know what the problem is? The media doesn't want strong male role models. Let's take a look at what it's saying. Marvel has said girl power quite literally. It's a new era in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as fans note that basically every OG Avenger now seems to have sort of a female version. It's not always about them being directly replaced, as some of those versions are variants. For instance, Peggy Carter has never become Captain Britain in the main universe, only on Earth 616. Are they going with that now? I know they said Earth 616 in what's the second one? No Way Home? Not No Way Home. The worst MCU Spider-Man movie where he's in London. I forget the name of it. But the one with Mysterio, I think that's the only time they said 616. Did they ever say it again? I think they did, but it doesn't matter. That's the comic book universe, which we're going to talk about in a second. But I get your point that Peggy Carter only became Captain Britain in an alternate universe, but don't forget Secret Wars is coming. And they're doing all kinds of multiverse shit now. So don't be surprised if you see that A-Force movie now, thanks to the multiverse. There's going to be a female Avengers team somewhere. It's just funny to see them say it so boldly and so proudly. Oh, it's MCU. However, it's not a signal that the OG Avengers fans can pound the alarm that their favorite heroes are going woke, As some fans pointed out, the new lineup of female characters is actually a compilation of different characters from various teams. No shit. No shit. But a lot of these characters are in the main MCU. All of them but one. And just because they're on different teams doesn't mean they won't come together. They definitely will. The only one on here that's not official is Peggy Carter. But don't worry. They'll find a way to move her over eventually. So, I mean, the point of them saying this MCU is like all of these characters have just happened over a couple of years. It's noticeably accelerated, and it's noticeably in your face. This shit is not just happening in the movies, by the way. They're also going back to the old Silver Age comics and saying that that's just a beta test. So this is from Dan Slott, who is a clown, who wishes that he could hold a candle to legendary Spider-Man writers. He brags that he's wrote the most Spider-Man comics, but I've got news for you, Dan Slott. Quantity is not quality. So, if you don't know what this is, the Silver Age is basically, so there's the Golden Age, and then the Silver Age, and then the Bronze Age, and the Modern Age, so on and so on and so on. The Golden Age consists of like 1950s comics, mostly DC comics like Batman, Superman, so on and so on. And then the Silver Age, Marvel kind of came in. So Marvel's more prevalent, I think. I could be totally wrong, and they could have Golden Age comics too. I think maybe Namor might squeeze in there. But Silver Age, this is from Amazing Fantasy. This is from, not Amazing Fantasy, but Amazing Spider-Man early issues, Silver Age. This looks like Silver Age art. And they're trying to say that the Stan Lee Ditko era is now just a beta test. It's just a beta test. It's not real. It's dimensionless. All right, I give up. Where are we? Like, I've been to other dimensions, and this one feels a little dimensionless. So it's dimensionless. This place is an anomaly. Our best guess is that Earth 616 Beta was a test run, a trial universe to work out all of the kinks. It's not part of the Great Web. Because this is a Spider-Verse story, and this is a recent Spider-Verse story too, by the way. So, the stuff you're reading now, that's the real work. The old stuff made by all those white dudes, that was a beta test, just working out the kinks. Not true history, which is bullshit. It is the real history. It's not a beta test. It's the shit that actually matters, to be honest. All the shit you're writing now is fan fiction. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed to that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals. Use the code FLASH at my locals to get a free month. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.